All right, we are doing kind of a rundown of who I am tonight and how we've gone from point A, I would say, all the way now to like point T. Um, let's go point A to point H. There's still a lot left to do. So, guys, I'm a coach, fitness coach, diet coach, PED coach. I own a peptide company. I teach people how to use PEDs and peptides safely. I'm 33 years old. How did I get into all this? 4 years ago, I was broke. Now I'm fucking like trying to conquer the world type shit. When I was 23, I did my first cycle, and my mom and I had just moved to Newport Beach, which is very like affluent area in California. And my doctor was in Newport Beach, so I had like the best doctor. I still do. And I went to see him because I did my first cycle, and like after a month, my buddy and I didn't understand how to read the test files, and so we were doing too much tests, like 700 or 800 mgs the first month. And my dick shut off. I didn't know, like my dick just turned off. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that a surplus of testosterone can shock the body and shut your dick off. I didn't know, too little of testosterone. I knew that much. I could do the same thing. But long story short, I go in to see him. I go, what do I do? But I was loving my workouts in the gym. And he goes, just get off. Get off. You shouldn't be on it in the first place. Get off. And I'm like, that's not the answer. Like, there's definitely got to be a different solution than just get off. Like, fuck this guy. He doesn't know what he's saying. That's kind of when I started to take matters. That is when I started taking matters into my own hands, and I started to realize doctors don't know shit about steroids, with the exception of maybe there's like maybe 1 out of 10. But they really don't want to know. It's a liability. It's, all the things that they just don't want to know. And this doctor, as the years went on, before I left him, he was just anti-TRT for himself. He was like 55 years old, scrawny, puny guy. So I was just like, this is not a good match. But long story short, I started researching. Dylan Gemelli was somebody I watched a lot when I was 33, so 10 years ago. I watched a lot of Dylan Gemelli. My buddy John Warren, who's now making a presence on YouTube just now. He's a little older than me. He's super knowledgeable. He's like a wizard in the gym, like with biomechanics and stuff. He runs his gear more aggressively than I do, and he competes in open bodybuilding. But we would always like work out and talk about things, and like I would ask him questions and stuff like that. So it was a lot of like who's been doing it longer than me that I can talk to. A lot of Dylan Gemelli, because everybody else on YouTube sucks. Still does, besides me, and like I'm sure there's like 2 or 3 other guys now. But YouTube is still a really bad platform to get your gear content. Now it's not, because I'm on it, but it just overall, like the reason why I got into TikTok, and I'll get there in a second, is because everybody took forever to get to the point, and they don't even get to the point. And that includes more plates, more dates. I think he sucks. So now, it's been a couple years. I've been doing my cycles. So now you could say the third teacher was trial and error. Now it's been a couple of years. I've been cycling. But I have an interesting road with the cycling, because I also did Accutane, which I thought it was the gear that took my hair, because I went bald for like 2 years. And it was the Accutane. And I'll explain why in a second. But after doing 2 years of being bald and trying to accept it, I couldn't do facial hair. I couldn't stand like what I was seeing in the mirror. Like for the rest of my life, I got one look for the rest of my life. I didn't like it. So I started doing hair transplants. And as you can imagine, I was broke. Putting them on my credit card. My mom helped me a little bit with one of them. I could not afford to do this again. And I just wanted to get off of gear, and I wanted to try staying off of gear, and I did for 4 years. My life was more mellow. I was doing commercial real estate, but I was not happy at all. And then I was miserable in my 20s. And then I got onto TikTok. I had roommates at the time, and one of them said, you should get on TikTok. Long story short, I was doing comedy. I was posting my comedy stuff on TikTok, and that was doing well. And I was getting addicted to going to the bars and stuff and drinking. People were like, that was a funny TikTok, dude, blah, blah, but it wasn't paying me any money. And then I was also talking about steroids and my past as a bodybuilder and all this stuff, and I would put a disclaimer, and none of that got flagged. So one day I'm about to lose my account because all my comedy is getting flagged. It's like, it's adult humor, it's Republican humor, it's just not agreeing with the viewers. They're just getting mad, right? So now I'm like, fuck, I'm about to lose my account. And I just go all in with the fitness thing. But I never wanted to do that because I hate the fitness industry. Still do. It's a trash industry. But I go all in with the fitness thing. And I just start posting fitness content. And what ends up happening is I build this huge clientele overnight. I start accepting clients for $100 a month. teaching. It turns out a lot of people wanted a gear coach. A lot of people don't know how to use steroids and want to learn how to use steroids. A lot of people, it's fucking funny, bro. This wasn't planned. This is a Monopoly board that I got in Miami for $5,000, piece of art. I have a monopoly on this business because I was the only one, and still am the only one who's transparent, knows their shit, and looks this good. Nobody does on any of those 3 cylinders. So I have a monopoly in this business. People come to me. I've trained a lot of high-profile people, from athletes that I can't name to, I want to say, celebrities like Brad Pitt, but to well-known influencers. And now we're at a point, coming full circle, where it's like I'm doing my thing again now on we're doing this YouTube, and I'm doing my thing now with peptides, and we're going to get there in just a hot second. But going back to everything that happened on TikTok, I'm like talking about what's going on with my life, my past life. The videos are doing well for fitness. I have clientele. I felt a call to action to get back on gear, and I've learned that taking a self-medicated dose with finasteride will protect your hair from hair loss with steroids, as long as you don't abuse the steroids. 2-part. I don't want to abuse the steroids anyways. I've never been about that. Even when I was doing gear before, I took a 4-year break. I was never abusive. My test was at 300, 350. My trend was at 300. I just never ran doses that you see on TikTok. It was so mind-boggling to me, like when D-Trend first became famous, and like then you had other people talk about these stacks, and I'm like, this is disgusting. Why are people doing this? So my whole thing with coaching is a few shots of tequila is a good time. The whole bottle, you're asking for issues. And when I did the call to action, and I felt like people wanted to see me cycle, I wanted to cycle too. And now we're here 4 years later. I've been cycling for close to 4 years now. Again, since getting off, I'll never stop. If I do stop, it'll just be to have kids if I need to, and then I'll get back on. It's that good. I actually believe that gear can be healthy. It is healthy. I'm much healthier than people that don't work out or smoke a bunch of cigarettes, go to the gym once or twice in their life, or in their week, and like just go about their unhealthy lifestyle. Like, I'm much more healthy than that person. I don't abuse anything. My clients don't abuse anything, and that's how we live our life. It's a catalyst. It's not the shining star, meaning it's not everything. You're not trying to compete and win a shitty trophy and do shitty things, selfish things. I don't really like the competition world, because like, I don't want to digress too much, but I feel like those athletes, the competitors that are like pros and stuff, wouldn't even, if you were on your deathbed and they were like in peak week, I don't even think they'd go to see you. Like, I'm literally at that point with it. Like, Arnold's dad died, he didn't even go to see the funeral type of thing, because they get so tunnel vision locked in for nothing. So life, there's a lot more you can do with your life than compete. You can use this and become a millionaire and make a bunch of money, being focused, being driven, and having a really good high quality life, being great with your kids. This is what coaching is. It's a catalyst. The gear is a catalyst. Okay. Now, peptides. What are peptides, and why I love HGH and peptides so much? HGH is the king peptide. Okay, and I didn't even love peptides until like they came out a couple years ago. They came out way longer than that, but they came out on TikTok and became like popular to talk about a couple years ago. And the first 6 months or so, I was mad against them. I was like, like there's no research. I doubt they work. And but what I had was Unc's fucking elbows from weight training for 18 years were fucking hurting. Okay, I used to lift like a jackass, like heavy, and just like the hinge motions and stuff. And I did BPC, TB, and GHK before the glow stack was existent. And I did all 3 of them. I would just shoot like 1, shoot 2, shoot 3, here, right above. And within a couple days, not hurting anymore. Feel pretty good. After a month, it's not a problem anymore. And then I would just rely to using it like every couple months if I would feel something. And now, fast forward, I don't have that problem at all. I don't even take glucosamine right now. Like, everything's good. So at that point, I was like, oh, these work. So I started selling them. I was like, these fucking work. Like, I can push this product. This is something that I can be like, let's get people on them type of thing. But I never knew about the weight loss portion, like how good the weight loss portion could be, because that was when semaglutide was out and tirzepatide was out, but retatrutide wasn't. And what you have to understand about peptides is they are the kids that do things better than HGH, but not everything as well as HGH. Okay, HGH is the nucleus, it's the dad, it's the founding father, it's why peptides exist. The dad does everything well. It just takes a while to get there, right? It took dad 40 years to make a lot of money for the family. It took dad a while to have, find the woman of his dreams. It took that. It takes time. HGH takes time. It gets better with time, and it does everything well, from sleep to skin to metabolism to recovery to growth to weight loss. Peptides will pick one or two categories and do them better than HGH in a much quicker, almost instantaneous amount of time. So that's what peptides do. They're really good for healing. They're really good for weight loss. They're amazing for those. They're amazing for wellness and cognitive health. Where they don't excel and beat steroids or HGH in is muscle growth. I don't care what people say. They don't. Dr. Mike, that fucking idiot's completely lying about that dude's an idiot. That's just another idiot. And that's another thing. I'm very my beliefs are very dogmatic because they work for myself, they work for my clients, and I've been in this game long enough to watch and hear what people have to say, and it's just so stupid to me. It's just so stupid. You can listen to a science-based lifter, you can listen to somebody like me who looks this good. That's why you're lifting in the first place. People that take gear, they take gear to look like me, and then it's when I say something, you should listen to it. And the nice part is 4 years later now here, people do. It's I feel the love when I post something. It's overwhelming. 9 to 10 comments out of 8 to 9 comments are positive, and one will be negative. Versus for the longest time it was what this guy doesn't know what he's saying. Blah, all this shit. We're here now. It's my time. It's my client's time. It's my members' time for my course. We're all making a lot of money on the course. What's the course? Course is everybody's selling peptides. You sign up. The reason why I'm not afraid to use the word course because that gets a really scammy vibe, because courses can be scammy. Mine's the course that works, because I'm giving you a full 360. I'm giving you everything that you need, not just half the pie. I'm giving you everything. So what usually happens with the course is you get half. This is how you become me. This is why you become a day trader. This is how you become really good at social media. And they just give you that half. This is what you got to do and follow these rules, and they don't even put the time into it. I'm teaching you how to do what I do, be me, and you don't even have to be jacked on social media. I'm doing one-on-one calls weekly. If you need a one-on-one call, 10 minutes weekly to fucking help you with your content, okay? And help you I'm going to help you with the content side. Hopefully you can get some local sales. If you can get some local sales with the peptide, and this is all not for human consumption, obviously, with the peptide. So if you have a local market, if you're a personal trainer, or you know the right people, or you look good yourself and you've lost a lot of weight or whatever it is, people should be coming to you and you should be talking about this stuff, and you could be getting sales. And then on social media, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you have your dick in your hand, everybody who's signing up for the content, for the course, I'll help you. Okay, so a lot of people are making sales, a lot, close to 50 members. We have a lot of people making thousands of dollars the first month in this thing. It's beautiful. It makes me very happy to say that. So that's the first half. The second half is you don't have to put a dime into inventory. You don't have to spend anything, and you're getting all the peptides for about 20% over wholesale, packaged, signed, sealed, and delivered to your buyers or clients' door, because I will teach you how to become a coach. Oh, I don't know how to run the peptides. I'll teach you. I'll teach you how to use the peptides for yourself and for your buyers. And there's already protocols There's already protocols in all the channels too. So you're going to learn everything. You can have a coaching business. You can upcharge for protocol. You can use that towards your sales pitch of, hey, this is why my peptides are a little bit more expensive. I'm charging because I'm also including protocol on how to do this. So it's whatever I'm going to teach you guys how to be salesy, how to close a deal in the DMs with an audio, not on fucking TikTok grinding away with your thumbs. There's a lot to talk about. I'm not going to cover it all in this video. There's a lot to talk about, and I teach you all how to do that. And then you have my network. So you're going to have these peptides. So let's say somebody places an order for $700 worth of peptides. You're probably going to pocket $400 of that, and you're going to send me 3, and then you're going to send me their name and their address, and pretty soon we're going to have a member's website where you just go in and do this, and you have to talk to me about it, and you'll do the payment, and you'll pocket, they paid you $700, you pocket close to give or take 4, and you give me 3, and then the peptides go. I'm not asking for you to buy a bunch of peptides and keep them at your house and go ship it no, it's drop shipping. I'm bringing that shit back. A lot of people made a lot of money in drop shipping on Amazon, and now Amazon forbids it. Welcome back. We're doing it. And that's how I've made a lot of money, has been in drop shipping peptides. Okay, so that is me in a nutshell. That's how I've gotten to this point. I went from living at my mom's, 40K in debt, to almost living at my mom's again with 40K in debt. From when I was like living with a couple roommates, and now like I'm like looking into a bunch of exciting things. I don't want to say too much, but life is good. And almost as good as this watermelon. Well, it's actually better than this watermelon, but Primo would probably beg to differ on that. But I'm a happy guy. So I'm trying to share the wealth now. I'm trying to get as many people on board. Your success in the course means I'm successful in the course, means you're going to continue to renew. So I want you to win. I'm incentivized to help you. So that's me.